Hi, Sagittarius. This is your reading for the time period of September 1st to September 30th, 2020. For those of you who are new to my channel or you're just visiting, welcome to Amani's Lightwork. Okay, so I actually did your reading before, but when I went to go upload it and I listened to it, I realized that the ending of it didn't fully record. So I thus far have to now do your reading entirely over again. Okay, all right. Well, enough of that. We can now go into seeing what energies are coming through for you for September. I'm a little late, but it's fine. Okay. All right. So, Sagittarius. I get something about an Aquarian, but it could be whatever zodiac sign or whatever air sign. Spirits also tell me about taxes with that element or whatever zodiac sign, okay? All right, I almost said Aquarius. All right, Sag. So the card you have underneath is the Three of Swords energy. So, like I said, you are dealing with air elements. The Aquarian energy was coming through quite profoundly, but it could be Libra, it could be Gemini. But I get this idea of having taxes, or you have their taxes, or one of those elements, I get disperses. One of those elements may disperse your taxes, or you disperse theirs. Or with Aquarians reading, I was getting a lot of tax dependency. So that may be associated to a relationship that you do have with the Aquarian specifically, but it could be with whatever zodiac sign with tax dependency, dispersing taxes. I also get refunds. There's also this element of someone needing to give someone a refund, and it could be a tax refund. So before I move any further, the situation is that if, for example, if you are filing taxes with an Aquarian or whatever air sign, it could be a Libra, it could be Gemini, whatever air sign, something's going on, I get unequal. Something may not be equal about some type of tax return or tax refund that you may be experiencing with them, or that you may be experiencing by yourself. So if you're not doing anything necessarily with the air sign, then the Three of Swords energy is just something is unfair about the tax return that you may have received this year. So it's important that next year you keep a close eye. I get it on a refund. It's important that you keep a close eye on a refund that you're supposed to receive for next year. Or that could be you to yourself, or that could be your thought that either you by yourself or you and one of the air sign elements. That could be both of your thoughts for next year, for 2021, or that's the air sign for themselves. That's the air sign elements thought for themselves. Okay, it's really interesting. The starting point has the Knight of Cups energy. So the Knight of Cups will pretty much bring in the element. It could be what, like I said, when you see knights, it could be pretty much, it could be connotated to the energy of water sign only, or it could be any zodiac sign. Like I said, it could, air sign element could be shown up like this as a Knight of Cups energy with an emotional. But I get forgiveness. So when I say the air sign element showing up like this as a Knight of Cups coming into your energy, they may want forgiveness for something. But I also get this idea of like deductions or something going on with the refund. So if it may not necessarily only be taxes. It could be something that, it could be a business that I get, like, you run with them. It could be a business that you run with them, and something that they did with that, I get their portion. They did something with their portion of pay. They did something with their portion of their income, but was supposed to give it to me. So when I say that too, they were supposed to give it to you. So they may not be trying to give it to you, or they didn't give you all of it, or but at the end of the month. So not giving you all of it, they could have said that they were going to give it to you at the end of the month. If it's an element of the air sign coming in like this, it could also be the water sign, like Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Pisces element, it does the same thing. So the Nine of Cups, as it being water sign, the water sign energy may do the same thing. But I keep getting Aquarian. So you could be on the outside looking into the Aquarian does that with the water sign. The water sign energy has similar interactions like that with the Aquarian, with you, whatever it is. But it's unfairness with taxes. One element about it is unfairness with taxes, and some type of unfairness with the end of month pay, some type of unfairness with some type of end of month pay. So typically end of month pay would be like your paycheck, you know, like a paycheck that somebody's supposed to give you that you could be waiting for that they're not giving you, or that's something that the air sign with you. That's something that the air sign element experiences with you, or they experience that with the water sign, or the air sign experiences that by themselves. That's something the water sign energy is trying to come in and tell you that they experience by themselves, and they feel the need to vent that information to you because I feel like you're in fault. They may be feeling or thinking that you may be in fault for something going on with their refund or something going on with a payment. So if it's not only taxes, then it's just a regular job payment, feels cheated out of. It's just a regular job payment that someone, yourself, the air sign, the water sign, may feel cheated out of. So it just depends on what's coming through. The world element is here, sign of Capricorn, or it's just world energy. I get job. It's just world energy because of a job that you're in with water sign have, air sign element have. That's why the world element is there. It could also be Capricorn. Something interesting happened to, or something interesting is happening to. And everything that I just explained could be something that everything that I just explained could be something that the Capricorn energy experiences by themselves. Or that could be something that you're sharing. What happened with you financially? You're going to them and you're explaining that. But the air sign does that. So when I said that too, the air sign element does that with the Capricorn. The Capricorn does that with the air sign. The Capricorn does that with the water sign. The water sign, and indirectly, the water sign energy does that, or tries to have that kind of interaction with the Capricorn energy indirectly in the sense where someone may be trying to give the Capricorn and their own finances. Someone may be trying to give the Capricorn energy insight into what's happening with their own finances with you, or with the air sign. Or the air sign element does it all the time. The air sign element may do that all the time with the Capricorn, or they do that all the time with you, whatever, but needs to talk to. So I'm looking at the world energy. You need to talk to the Capricorn because they may have insight what a boss is doing, or what a job is doing with a portion of pay. They have insight into what a job or a boss is doing with your pay specifically. So the Nine of Cups energy could be the Capricorn energy coming in with that kind of information, and there's a need to have a sit down or have a conversation with them about that precisely. But how do they know? So I'm looking at the world. How do they know? Like you may be wondering how they know that. That could be that discussion. That could be a discussion that you have with the air sign pertaining to how the Capricorn energy may know something about that. But did you discuss with? So I'm looking at their energy. Did you discuss with? Somebody could be asking you, did you discuss something with the Capricorn? Someone would be asking you, did you discuss something with the air sign? You could be asking the air sign, did you discuss something with the Capricorn? But they just know. So when I say that too, they just know. Someone may just know something. Like energetically, someone may just know something, okay? You may just know something energetically. The High Priestess energy is there in the present. I get a house. Using your intuition about a house. I get a business partner. Using intuition about a business partner, a house. I also get an offer. A business partner, a house, an offer. So that could be your intuition, Capricorn intuition, water sign intuition, air sign, and water sign, air sign intuition. But working with you. So when I went through all of those elements, working with you, something about working with you, or you working with them. Something about living with them, working with them. Something that's going on intuition with something that is happening with one of those elements and you. But I keep getting taxes. So when I say that too, it has something to do with taxes. They're Capricorn taxes, water sign taxes, air sign taxes. Something's interesting that is going on with that has their information. You have somebody's tax information, air sign, water sign, Capricorn energy tax information, or one of those elements. I get disperses. One of those elements disperses. You're using intuition that one of those elements disperses. If it's not only tax information, then I get intuition. If it's not only tax information, then it's intuition profound. It's someone's intuition that is profound in a work or home environment. You know what I mean? And it's the air signs, it's the water signs, it's Capricorns, it's yours. Someone's thought, what you're thinking, someone else is also thinking. But thoughts in sync. So when I said that too, thoughts are in sync. Like telepathy. So it's people's thoughts are in sync here, especially if someone is talking about financial affairs. So especially if someone is having a conversation with you, or you're external and you're not outside looking into, someone is having a conversation about some type of financial affair. I get it involves you. The financial affair does involve you. It does involve Capricorn. It does involve water sign and air sign. Using your intuition about that. So for example, before I move any further, some type of financial dealing that you do have with, they share with someone, some type of financial dealing that you do have with the air sign. The air sign element already had that kind of conversation with someone already, but cryptic with. When I said that somebody did it in a really cryptic way, so as to lead someone, okay, someone did it in a really cryptic way as to, for example, so the Capricorn energy won't pick up the cues. I don't know. So the water sign energy won't pick up the cues. So you won't pick up the cues, that has your information. So you not picking up the cues, it could be them, some type of move that they're making. They have your information, document information, or like verbal information. Verbal document information pertaining to Capricorn, pertaining to water sign, pertaining to air sign. The air sign element does those kind of transactions. I get only one of them. Only one air sign does some type of transaction like that with you. But someone is using their intuition that you do that with the air sign element. Or the water sign energy happens to a lot. Something happens to the water sign energy a lot, pertaining to something that you have going on with the air sign, something that the Capricorn energy voices, something that the Capricorn energy voices, something really interesting like that. That's why the High Priestess is there in the present. So like I said, if it's not only Capricorn, then it's world energy to a business deal. But get another Sag, it's world energy to a business deal that you may be having with another Sag element. That's one. Then there's something going on with taxes and business deals with Aquarius. There's taxes and business deal intertwining and situations going on with Aquarian or whatever other air sign, or a Cancer. There's something's going on also with a Cancer. Cancer, the Scorpio, Pisces element has information. The water signs have your information, verbal or document. And the world didn't know. The world energy as well, something along those lines you may not have known, okay? Or the Capricorn doesn't know, or something like that. The Five of Pentacles energy is in the future. The Instincts has the Six of Swords energy. So Six of Swords would bring in air sign element again. So the Six of Swords would be some type of good omen or some type of energy of certainty that you do have, but where they're going with information. So it's where the air sign element is going with information, or where they went, where they're trying to go with information that you gave them, or you discussed with them where to take it to. You may have discussed with the air sign where to take the information to, verbal or document, where to take the information to, who to take the information to, something like that. That's why the Six of Swords is in the Instincts. Yeah. But are they going to come back? So when I say that too, are they going to come back? Is the air sign going to come back? Is the Capricorn going to come back but wants to leave? Capricorn may want to leave. Air sign element may not be coming back. Whatever, or they don't want to come back. Are you thinking that they're not going to come back with some type of information, verbal or document? Whatever it is, pertaining to someone else, pertaining to something that you, with someone's information, pertaining to something that you do with them, with someone's information, or some type of movement that someone else is making external from you. It's with your things, and the air sign has. It's with your things, the air sign element has. And you're giving them something, that you're giving the air sign element some type of verbal or document information, and you would be thinking that they're not going to return, they're going to return, or not going to return, but don't want to see someone. So when I say that too, they don't want to see someone. They may not want to see you. They may not want to see water sign. They may not want to see Capricorn. Something like that. They may not want to face someone. That could be something that the Capricorn doesn't want to look at someone. The Capricorn may not want to look at someone. They may not want to look at you, talk to you, call you. Or that's something that you may not want to do with them or the air sign because of movement. So when I said too, it's because of movement, that some type of interesting movement that someone does have inside a home or in the workplace. Someone may not want to face or interact with someone because of knowledge of some type of information, verbal or document. or where document information is going. But I get a tax preparer. So where document information is going to a tax preparer. Where voice information, verbal information is going to a tax preparer or an investment banker. Something like that. Somebody's taking that to, but doesn't want to use their own. So when I say that too, someone doesn't want to use their own. You don't want to use your own. Air sign doesn't want to use their own, but use it too much. Air sign doesn't want to use their own. They may use their own too much. There may be limitations on somebody using their information for a specific procedure, and they may have run out of options in terms of using their own information for something. And that explained to you, that's something that has been explained to you, or someone's trying to explain that to you directly. Interesting. The Six of Wands energy is in the accomplishment right next to the Knight of Cups. So Six of Wands, like I said, I was getting that element of another external Sag. It could be Aries, it could be Leo elements that are there right next to the Knight of Cups, but walks around with. So when I said they may walk around with someone's things, or they walk around with verbal information, they walk around with document information and paperwork, and they walk around, I get in a briefcase. Someone walks around with something in a briefcase every day, like every time of every day, something like that. Do you do that? Like, do you do that with that? But ask the air sign too. So when I said too, you may be trying, you may be now asking the air sign element too, or you've asked the air sign element too, or the water sign. Something like that. And it's somebody else's or it's yours. I get for protection. It's someone else's or it's yours. You move that way with someone because it has something to do with protection. Something that you deem to be needing some type of protection, and needs it or it doesn't need the protection. Whatever it is. Whatever it is. But it's like a briefcase. So it's like a briefcase. It's a manila, and the air sign walks around with. It's a manila envelope or a briefcase, or like some type of like work bag that someone walks around with someone else's tax information. It's tax information inside of it. It's a manila envelope and those kind of things that you walk around with, or someone asks you to walk around with, take somewhere, post office, a lawyer's office, whatever it is. And the air sign element indicated, and the air sign is like pointing out that, giving you that indication that that's something that may need to occur. Leaving it with someone, taking it to somebody's office and doing those kind of things and transactions and whatever it is that but why does it need to happen? So there's a transaction that someone may not understand why the transaction needs to be needed. You don't understand why the transaction needs to be needed. Capricorn, air sign, or the air sign, I feel like the air sign element may follow your orders, you follow their orders, but there's external signs that may be confused about that type of movement there and may not understand it. That's where the Six of Wands energy is right next to the Knight of Cups. If it's not the air sign or a Capricorn or whatever other zodiac sign, then it's a water sign energy slips up. A water sign energy may slip up too much, or they slip up with something too much, or they're trying on purpose. They're trying to do that on purpose. Someone's trying to make some type of mistake on purpose. It's water sign or it's air sign. Because I cheated out, because someone is moving that way too, because they may have felt cheated out by, so I get a return again. They felt somebody is feeling cheated out by some type of return, or if that's maybe something that may happen with someone next year, something like that. Somebody feels cheated out of some type of return, so they thus far feel inclined to reveal some type of information that you may not have wanted them to reveal, or vice versa, which is really interesting. The Four of Wands is in the spiritual self right next to the Capricorn. You live with them, you work with them, or it's world right next to your home environment, your work environment, wherever it is that you reside, wherever it is that you do transaction with, is the Four of Wands right next to the world. Leaving, that's why I was getting that idea of leaving, taking vacations, leaving, visiting someone, just trying to get a break from a workplace environment, a business deal environment. I also get an interaction, trying to take some type of break or catch a break from a potential interaction that you may not want to deal with. Some type of interaction. It's fire sign element too. There's an interaction with another Sag. It could be Aries and Leos. Some type of interaction you may want to avoid. Capricorn may want to avoid an interaction with you, but subtly. Someone may want to avoid interacting with you, but it's subtle. That them wanting to do that is subtle, that they want to avoid you. Somebody may want to avoid, you may want to avoid someone. Or the air sign element moves that way with you, or the earth sign or the water sign. Or you're not also looking into those elements do that with each other. But annoyance, so those elements do that with each other. You do that with someone does that with you because there's an element of annoyance that is happening somewhere. The mentality has the 9 of Pentacles energy. So the 9 of Pentacles would be bank. The 9 of Pentacles gives me the energy of a bank, or traveling to one, needing to go to one, going to the bank to put money in it, whatever it is, going to the bank, going to make a deposit, going to extract money, whatever it is. It's a 6 of sent them. The 9 of Pentacles is sending the air sign element to make that kind of transaction. You're trying to send them to make that kind of transaction somewhere. You're trying to do that with them. You're trying to do that. But secretly, you're trying to do that with them really quietly. You're trying to do that with them. But it may not make any sense that you are doing it quietly. That's why the 9 of Pentacles is with the 6 of Swords. But now I'm getting the idea of a Taurus element now. So it could be a Taurus. I did say Capricorn, Virgo. But it's for them. So something that you're doing quietly, it is for them. It could be an element of surprise. It could be whatever it is. It could something that's for them. Or something's going on with school with them. Or something that they're doing with school. Interfering. Something that someone is doing with school is interfering with something that you're doing with them, for them. Something like that. Or that's what the air sign said. So when I said that to you, that's what the air sign said. Something that's interesting. Something that the air sign element told you that someone external is doing is I keep getting taxes. It's interfering with taxes. Or you're thinking that, okay, what the earth sign energy wants to do with school or work, or something's going on with them, their taxes. Something is going on with their taxes, but you deem the air sign element is trying to tell you that whatever it is, the Capricorn or water sign or whoever the air sign, someone is trying to tell you that whatever it is that they're doing external is going to interfere, it's going to interfere with a return, or the air sign element's return, or the conjoined return that you have with the air sign. It's something that the earth sign external is doing is going to interfere with that return. But annoying Aquarian. So when I said to you, something like that may be annoying the Aquarian energy. Whatever air sign. So Libra, Gemini, whatever. Or the water sign. But told you to stop. So when I said the water sign may have told you to stop doing something or stop some type of process from happening. Something like that. Something really interesting along those lines there. You know? Something that someone's doing. So if it's not the Capricorn or the Taurus or the Virgo, something that they're doing for work or school, you deem that to be interfering with your taxes. If this is a work environment. This could be happening in a work environment. You know, work environment, business deal environment, home environment. Home environment. Wow. Yeah. What's changing is the 7 of Pentacles energy. So the 7 of Pentacles would be where you get money from, but their money. So where you get money from, a percentage of money that you do receive could be earth sign, is their money. So it's the air sign money, earth sign money, water sign money, something. But for the air sign, something is also for the air sign element too. Something is for the air sign. Or something that the air sign element is trying to extract. It could be for you. Something like that. It could be for you, could be for another Sag, whatever it is. But taxes are involved with that. And workplace and school and job interfering with some type of potential return that I get greedy people want. Some type of potential return that somebody's greedy behind the scenes that wants someone else, some percentage of someone else's return, which doesn't make any sense. But it's someone else's return. It's not like it's yours. It's someone else's because it's conjoined. So it's someone else's return. Is someone else's return intertwined with yours, or it's just someone else's return that other coworkers and housemates or whoever they're trying to conjoin their funds with, or their income and information with, which is really interesting. You know what I mean? And the air sign element, I get paranoid. The air sign element may be paranoid, or that may be something that one of the air sign elements literally suffers from. Somebody may suffer like paranoid psychosis or something. Someone may be suffering because of business deal. Someone may be suffering with that because of a business deal. Some type of paranoid behavior. The resolution has the Tower, sign of Scorpio. I did say water sign. So Scorpio element is here going towards the Five of Pentacles. Or just Tower going towards, gonna have to give money back. It's Tower because you're thinking that you're going to have to give money back. Somebody's gonna have to give money back to someone. You feel like you want to ask somebody for money back, or you just want to get it back. You know what I mean? Whatever it is. Nine of Pentacles, Six of Swords energy, but it's the Tower going towards the Five of Pentacles with some type of a usage of information. It has to do with usage of someone's information, your information, verbal document, workplace, home, family, whatever it is. But I get this idea that something doesn't make any sense to do. Like something doesn't make any sense to do, or someone doesn't understand why it needs to be done. Something like that. Which, yeah. Alright, let's look for an outcome here, Sag. Let's see. Whew. Seven of Pentacles energy, but still extracting funds. You can maybe still extracting funds for yourself. You may be still doing that. You're still doing that for Earth sign element. Earth sign may still be able to do that, or they're still doing that. But percentage missing. So when I said too, something that they're doing, a percentage of pay that they're supposed to receive is missing, or a percentage of pay that you're thinking would have received, a percentage of pay that you would have received, something is missing. Oh, I understand. This is interesting. It was really interesting. I also get this idea of a background check, or like, okay, so I'll just do this example really quickly. Say you're working somewhere. I guess some of the air sign is ringing in my ear now. Some of the air sign element did, or you did pertaining to the air sign, whatever it is. Something is going on here where somewhere that you work, conducted background check. Somewhere that you work, or it could be whoever, either one of these elements here. Somewhere that you work, someone did, I'm getting the idea of the deductions and the tax returns and whatever it is, the information, the refund, whatever it is. Someone behind the scenes did some type of background check, or somebody went really deep behind the scenes to find out where you're extracting money from. They went to see, somehow they found out how or where you're extracting money from, or that's something that happens to the air sign. So a percentage of thinks they're supposed to get, a percentage of money or pay that the air sign thinks that they're supposed to get, or you're supposed to get, it deducted. So something happened with a deduction there, but that percentage from that deduction going to earth sign, that percentage of the deduction that someone doesn't realize that there was, is going to the earth sign student account. It's going to the earth sign energy student account. Somebody's student account, somebody's like student loans. It's going there. It's stolen. It's going there because somebody realized that it was stolen. Or that could be happening to you. So for example, say for example you're filing your taxes. Someone's odd. You may have filed your taxes, or you're trying to, and something may be odd with what someone, like a tax preparer or someone, is telling you. But it's like something that it could be something that a tax preparer did. You know what I mean? It could be something found out. It could be something that a tax preparer found out for you, or a tax preparer found out that someone external that you're dealing with, something that they did, or somebody's doing somebody that you deem to trust to be like a trusted tax preparer. Somebody did like a background check type of situation with your finances, like they ran, they looked into your financial profile somehow and looked to see where money was going, or where you were extracting money from. That happens to the air sign. So when I said too, something like that, it happens to the air sign. Something happens to the air sign there, but somebody might not realize that that's happening for some reason, because someone may be making so much money. Someone may be making so much money that they don't see what they're spending. Someone may be making so much money that they don't realize the percentage of money that they are spending. So that goes for you, or that's for the air sign, or that's something to do with the earth sign energies, information, or something's going on with the water sign. That happens to a lot. So when I said the water sign, it happens to the water sign energy a lot. Something like that. It happens to the water sign a lot, or it happens to you a lot, or a few times. Whatever. Somebody doesn't realize that though. So this is like, for example, you're in a situation where you may be expecting pay and percentage missing. That you may be expecting pay, percentage of the pay is missing because someone's trying to pay off loans. Someone is trying to pay off loans that they do have. So it could be a boss, or someone's trying to do that for another coworker or housemate. Someone's trying to do that for someone, but they realize that something that you're receiving actually belongs to someone else. Someone's realizing that something that they're supposed to receive, that it doesn't belong to them. Someone is realizing that something that they're supposed to receive doesn't really belong to them. So there's percentages being cut along those lines financially. But it's strange. So when I said that to you, something is maybe strange about it to you. Something may be strange about it. But someone may not be explaining to you why. Someone may not be explaining to you the why. Someone isn't explaining to the air sign element the why. Someone really doesn't notice something there. Okay? Alright, then I'm not going to go any further with that. It doesn't need to be that long. Alright, Sag, let me know how it resonates with you. Be well. Take care. Bye.